Get over it. Get it over with. They sound so similar, but their meanings are completely different. Hello everyone, my name is Ehab and this is English with Ehab, where we talk about English, we practice it, and hopefully by the end of the lesson we learn something about it. Before we get started today, I would like to give a special thanks to all my new subscribers. In this last week, I believe I have gotten 27 new subscribers. I think most of them are former students of mine because I recently sent out an email to most of my former students, and many of them have responded. Some of them are completely new subscribers, not former students. So to all of you guys, many thanks. Thank you guys so much. Subscribing to the channel and liking the videos, those help out tremendously. On my end, my promise to you is that to make videos and lessons that are going to be very worthwhile to you. And again, if there's a topic or a special lesson that you would like to see, please leave a comment down below, and I promise I will make that happen in the near future. Okay, the topic for today is going to be phrasal verbs. As I said in the teaser, get over it and get it over with. Very similar, but again, completely different. Phrasal verbs are difficult because by adding that preposition or possibly an adverb, it completely changes the meaning. So anyways, today the focus is going to be phrasal verbs, specifically with the word get. So anyways, let's go ahead and get to the board. I got some examples for you. And then by the time we get to the conclusion, hopefully we have a better understanding of the meanings of these 5 phrasal verbs that I'm going to discuss with you guys today. Okay, let's get to the board. Okay, on the board right behind me are 5 phrasal verbs. 1 is get over. 2, get it over. Get it over with, sorry. Get along with. Get through to. And get by. As I always like to do when we go over phrasal verbs, I want to let you guys know if they are separable or inseparable. Separable means I can separate it and put either a noun or a pronoun in the middle. Inseparable means I cannot do that. So I'd like to do that along with give you a definition and thirdly, show you how it's used in a sentence. So let's go one by one. Number 1, get over. Get over is inseparable. I always need to keep it together. The meaning for get over is to recover. When I say to recover, it could be from an illness. It could be something something tragic which has happened. For example, a death in the family, a death of a close friend, maybe a death of a pet. So when we say get over, it simply just means to recover. It could be a physical injury. The example that I have on the board. When Tom was sick, it took a week for him to get over it. Or, if you would like, you guys can use a noun. Get over his sickness. Get over his illness. A lot of times, we just use a pronoun to replace that because we don't want to keep repeating the noun over and over again. Now, get, and then again, we either say a pronoun here or we put a noun here. Get over with, completely different meaning. First of all, get over with is always separable, which means I need to put something here. The meaning for get over with is to complete an unpleasant task as quickly as possible. So if there's something that you need to do, something that you have to do, but you really don't want to do it, we use this particular phrasal verb. For example, I know the exam will be difficult. I want to get it over with. So if you are going to take a test, it's causing you a little bit of stress because you know it's going to be very, very hard. Usually we want to get those things over with. Why? Because we feel better and we feel relaxed and relieved when they are done. You can use this in any kind of situation. Again, it has to be something that's causing you some unpleasantness, something that's making you uncomfortable, a little stressed out, possibly a little bit worried. Third, get along with. Get along with is inseparable. I always need to keep it together. Get along with simply means to have a good relationship with someone or with a group of people. The example I use, Lisa loves going to school. She gets along with all of her classmates. It means she has a good relationship with all of her classmates. And that's a big part of the reason why she enjoys going to school. Get through to is also inseparable. I gotta keep it together, can't separate it. Get through to means to make someone understand something. The example I have here, the teacher couldn't get through to Tom about how difficult the exam was. After her advice, he still didn't study. So we can use it in the negative. If I say the teacher couldn't get through, that means she could not make Tom understand how challenging and difficult that exam was, because he obviously did not take her advice and he didn't study and probably got a low score. I didn't write it there, but he probably got a low score. The fifth one, get by. Get by, again, is inseparable. I always need to keep it together. To get by basically means to survive. But when we say get by, usually we are talking about financially. So if you are surviving or if you are getting by financially, that means you only have enough bills to pay the necessary. Housing, food, other bills, but only the most necessary. So the example that I have, Daniel gets by on his salary, but has no extra money for savings. So basically the money that he receives from his salary is only enough to pay the bare minimum, and that's it. Nothing on top of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the conclusion and see what we've learned. Okay, on the board right behind me are 5 sentences. Up top we have our 5 phrasal verbs: get by, get over with, get along with, get through to, and get over. In these sentences, there are blanks, and we have to figure out which of these phrasal verbs are going to complete these particular sentences. So let's go one by one. Okay, number 1. When Sarah's cat died, she was very sad. However, she finally blanked it and got a new cat. So, which phrasal verb do you think completes this sentence? Okay, if you said get over, you are correct. All right, she finally got over it. Remember, get over something means to recover. It can be used for illness, but in this case, it's used for sadness. When Sarah's cat died, I'm sure she was very devastated because a lot of us are very, very close to our pets. But, you know, she got over that sadness, she recovered from it and was able to be happy, and then again get a new cat and start a new life with that pet. Number 2, John wants to find a new job because he doesn't blank his co-workers. For this one, I would say he doesn't get along with his co-workers, which means he does not have a good relationship with his co-workers. If you do not have a good relationship with the people that you work with, then obviously it's going to be a very unpleasant place to be. And that's the reason why he wants to find a new job. Number 3, after an hour, the doctor finally blanked Steve and convinced him to quit smoking. Okay, for this one, it should be after an hour, the doctor finally got through to Steve and convinced him to quit smoking. Remember, when you get through to someone, that means you make that person understand. And in this example, the doctor made Steve understand that smoking is a very, very unhealthy habit, and it's probably a good idea for him to quit. Number 4. Lisa is scared of flying, but she needs to fly tonight for work. She wants to get it over with. Remember, we want to get things over with that we don't want to do, but that we have to do. So again, Lisa is scared of flying, but she has no choice. She needs to fly for work. So again, we try to get those things out of the way as quickly as possible. And then number 5, Sarah wants to find a new job because she gets paid very little. She can't get by. So again, when we say get by, usually it means to survive, but specifically to survive financially. If she can't get by, she doesn't make enough money to pay, the bare minimum each month for her bills. Hope you guys learned something today. Again, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and like the video. They help out a lot. And until the next time, keep on speaking English. Bye-bye.